Princess Cruises makes some changes to their popular all-inclusive programs, Princess Plus and Princess Premier. Carnival adds some really cool options for young cruisers, and MSC and Virgin Voyages both take deliveries of new ships this week with a couple of different naming ceremonies. These are just a couple of the topics that I found as I've been browsing around the internet this week trying to find some cool topics to bring to you guys. So today I thought, why not give you my thoughts? And that's what we'll be doing. The first thing that I wanted to talk about today was the changes that Princess Cruise Line is making to its popular all-inclusive programs, Princess Plus and Princess Premier. Both of these packages are super popular with Princess Cruise Lines, and it really takes the cruising experience with Princess to a new level where it feels almost all-inclusive. Princess Plus includes drinks, Wi-Fi, gratuities. Princess Premier included drinks, Wi-Fi, gratuities, 2 specialty dinings, and some princess prizes. With the recent changes and additions to the programs, the Princess Plus now includes 2 specialty desserts and some fitness classes, along with free shipping on your medallion device. Princess Premier includes unlimited Premier desserts, unlimited fitness classes, free shipping on your medallion device, and a free accessory. Both of these changes are coming with nominal price increases, where the Princess Plus was $50 a day before, it's now going to be $60 a day. And the Princess Premier is increasing by $5 from $75 a day to $80 a day. Now, we all know that all the cruise lines have been adding in all these extra charges and figuring out ways to, in my opinion, make money back from the shutdown and their loss of income over the last few years, but also trying to keep up with inflation. You know, Princess also announced that they will be increasing their daily service charge or their gratuities for all levels of sailing. And while it's a small amount per day, you know, it adds up. So I think this is also another way to kind of push you into one of their all-inclusive packages, because if they're including the gratuities with that kind of gets sucked into the price. And what they're touting is that with the Princess Plus, it's about $140 a day in value. That's going to cost you $60 a day. So it really is a bundled savings. And, you know, I don't know if I agree with all these little price changes. Norwegian also mentioned that they're increasing their gratuities and they're going to a whopping $20 a day for a regular stateroom. You know, and I think Princess is now going to be at $17 a day for a suite and $16 a day for a regular stateroom. So while they're inching up, they haven't gotten into Norwegian territory yet. But it's really nice that Princess offers a bundle where they'll put that gratuity right into the price of that bundle. When you factor in the drink package and the Wi-Fi, I think is going up to $15 a day. So all of those little values really get bundled together nicely. And you just have to decide if that's the way that you want to sail, or if you want to strip it down and sail bare bones and a la carte each of these items that you can add to your cruise. I personally would just pick the Princess Plus or the Princess Premier based on, do I want some specialty dining? Am I going to be using the fitness classes now? You have to make a personal choice for you, but bundling in, anytime you can bundle and save, I think that that's the right choice, but that's just personally for me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you bundlers? Do you like to bundle up packages to save yourself some money? Or do you like to purchase things a la carte as you get closer to the cruise and then just decide what feels right for you at that time? I know it's kind of goes both ways for each person. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think about. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was Carnival. Carnival is adding some really cool options for young cruisers. And I think the one that's most exciting for young families is that they're adding a Sea Turtles program. And in the Sea Turtles program, it's for under 2. So 2 and under, I should say, gets to have access to a whole bunch of new activities, which I think has been lacking on cruise ships. You know, these young kids, they want to have some fun too. And I remember on my Allure of the Seas cruise with my son when he was 14 months old, one of the things that I thought was really awesome was they had the dedicated Fisher Price playroom. So we were able to take him in there. It had space for parents to hang out with their kids. And it was just a really cool play space for him to be able to hang out and play and get his energy out. That wasn't up on the top deck. It wasn't at the pool. It wasn't surrounded by a bunch of just different adults that were trying to have a good time as well. It actually let us separate that out, bring him to an area, and he had fun. We had fun. It was relaxing. And it was just a nice spot. So to know that Carnival now is going to cater more to that age group and put together programs that are going to pull that together, I think that that's a really smart move by Carnival. And I think it shows their commitment to leveling up their product, leveling it up in a way that's going to bring more young cruisers, young families. Royal Caribbean and Disney have definitely cornered that market for the young families. And it's nice to see that Carnival, they've had the Dr. Suess at Sea program, and they've had the green eggs and ham breakfast, and they've had these different things. And even along with these upgrades, they are revamping the Dr. Suess at Sea program. They're adding some more features for teens, trying to keep them busier, keep them involved in more stuff. So I think it's really nice to see Carnival adding their touch, their cruising touch, their fun ship touch for the younger cruisers. And I'm really excited to see how that can go. And I do have a cruise booked on Carnival in October. So on the Celebration, which is where they've rolled out these programs. So it's going to be interesting to be able to bring you guys some firsthand reports of how that's going, especially, that's a few months out. It's not right at the beginning of the program. It'll probably be rolled out on more ships by then. So it'll be an interesting way for me to report back to you guys, my subscribers, what is going on with this new Carnival program. And that just leads me into a good reminder. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. I have a Princess cruise coming up, so I'm going to be able to report back on the Princess Plus and the Princess Premier, let you guys know how that's going. I'm going to be able to report on this Carnival cruise that's coming up in October, and I'll be able to let you know what the Celebration is looking like, how the vibe on the ship, how does that compare? I've got 4 cruises right now in the books for next year, all on different cruise lines. I've got my Odyssey of the Seas trip coming up in December. I've got an MSC cruise coming up in February. I've got a Princess cruise coming up in April, and ultimately I'm going to end the year with what's right now at ending the year with that Carnival Celebration cruise. And I'm super excited. I've been on Carnival before, but it was an older ship. I was on the Carnival Miracle in the Mexican Riviera. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Carnival does in the Caribbean on one of their newest ships or on their newest ship at that time, and just really be able to bring you guys some great feedback onto each of these cruise lines, how they compare, what they're doing. And yeah, so hit that subscribe button so you guys will be in touch with all of those different things that I'm going to be able to bring to you over the course of this year. The last thing that I wanted to talk about today is the 2 new cruise ships. MSC and Virgin Voyages both took delivery of new ships this week. MSC took delivery of their MSC Seascape in New York City, and it's a ship that is really themed and designed literally for New York. With the Seascape, they took the best of New York, the Statue of Liberty, the high-rise buildings, the skyline, and they brought that to the cruise ship, and they're sailing it out of New York as a home port and really just catering to that market. And I think it's going to be really exciting. Some of the pictures that I shot, and I'm going to show them in here so you guys can see some of these pictures. The ship really is designed well. It looks really cool. And this is a popular class of ships. The Seaside debuted in Miami. It looks like a condo building. It's got that beautiful aft pool. It had some really cool designs. It really was sleek. And this design is just furthered into now them theming one after New York. And I'm really excited to see what that does for that market up there and what it does for the competition. Carnival is bringing the Venezia out of the Costa cruise line to New York as well. And it's themed around Italy, and it's themed around, the heritage of Italians in New York. And MSC is an Italian cruise line, and they're bringing a themed ship to New York that's themed to New York, but it's going to bring the Italian flair with it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that changes the market. Is that going to increase the cruising out of New York? Because people that are there are going to feel like they're a little bit more at home with these cruise ships, a little more culturally in line with what the cruise ships are offering. That's going to be something to really keep an eye on. And as I mentioned a little earlier, I am taking my first MSC cruise this year. I'm going to go on the MSC Meraviglia out of Orlando. It's a short cruise. It was an opportunity that popped up because I have to go to Orlando, and I had a couple of free days before I needed to take care of some business. And so I'm going to squeeze that in and be able to bring you guys my thoughts on MSC. I've heard some mixed emotions. I've heard some mixed things, and I'm really looking forward to being able to bring you guys my thoughts and my comparisons as to how it's going to compare to all the other cruise ships that I've been on. So this is, and as an Italian, especially, to be able to bring to you guys what my thoughts are on an Italian-based cruise line, Italian-based cruise ship. And it's going to be my first overnight on a private island. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of first true solo cruise. So I'm looking forward to being able to bring you guys the feedback on all of those adventures. Tell me down below, have you guys been on an MSC cruise? And what were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read on what everybody thinks about MSC Cruise Lines. And I can't wait to bring you guys my thoughts on that. Virgin Voyages took delivery of their third ship, the Resilient Lady. So now we have the Scarlet Lady, the Valiant Lady, and the Resilient Lady. The Resilient Lady is going to be sailing in the Med. It's got some really cool itineraries that it's going to be going on. And it's kind of neat to see Virgin Voyages pull out to their third ship now. They have faced so much adversity. They started in the middle of a pandemic. They didn't get to sail their inaugural sailings because the world had shut down. And here they are now releasing their third ship. Lots of accolades. They've brought a lot of cool things to the cruising community, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to translate and if it's going to force other cruise lines to make some changes, being more inclusive, being more inclusive with the food, being more, innovative with the food. Virgin Voyages did win the most innovative cruise line when it comes to dining and all-inclusive with dining. So it'll be interesting to see if that what they brought starts to spill over to some of the other cruise lines. How well now with 3 ships are they going to be able to sell those ships? Is it going to be a popular cruise line? Is it going to be a popular vacation destination for people? Are they going to be able to get more of those millennials like they've been talking about? So it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on Virgin Voyages now that they've got 3 ships, or they have an option for a 4th ship coming as well. And we'll see what that brings when that comes out. Well, all right, guys. Well, that's all I really wanted to cover today. I appreciate you tuning into my channel. I appreciate you guys checking in for all my cruise thoughts, my cruise tips, my cruise tricks. And I want you guys to hit that subscribe button so you guys can be along for the journey that I'm going to be taking this year to bring you firsthand experience with all of these different cruise lines, all of these different cruise ships, and be able to bring you more tips and tricks about cruising as my year progresses. And I thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys out there just out exploring.